Hey guys, how's it going? This is a different type of video. I haven't been playing Starfield. I've been playing a lot of the game First Descent, but something else I've been doing is I learned sometime back, probably 3 weeks ago or so, about AI generated music. So I knew about images and things like that, but I didn't know about the music generator. So let's go ahead and click on it here. And let's talk about a minute before we get it. Basically, let's just click on it so you can see prices. I'm paying right now for the $30 one, I believe. So I'm paying for this one. I get 18,000 tokens, which is like 180 runs of the music generator. The music generator is, see if I can go back. It costs 100 credits to generate two versions of the song, as you can see there. So you can see I got a lot. Basically, this one I'm working on now. I'm Not a Villain. I like to write my own lyrics, so not always the best, but I like to create my own lyrics. And I have one. I had this. This is the original. Maybe I changed up some wording. Now I went to this, and I changed up some more wording, and I went to this. So basically, what happens is two versions. You have the simple mode. You can type in just a prompt. You know, the style of music you want. Do you want it a female singer or a male singer? You can see on these, I picked male singer, alternative rock, don't repeat verses. So basically, what will happen is, if you don't, I'm thinking that helps, because if you don't put don't repeat verses, it tends to repeat. And then also when I put my verses, in chorus, I always put a 1, 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, down the line. So that way it decreases basically like the chance of it repeating, because it's notorious for repeating verses. So it'll repeat the second verse after it does the chorus for the second verse. It'll repeat the second verse again. It's notorious for that. So if you do simple mode, it's going to give you like one verse, two verses in a row. Then it's going to give you a chorus, and then it's going to repeat. So it's really basic. AI doesn't, I don't know, you know, sometimes the wording sounds good, but a lot of the times it doesn't. I typically just like to write my own. I did, when I was learning this, run a couple of prompts, and most of them didn't sound the way I wanted, so the words didn't really make sense. So you have a 3.0 and you have a 3.5. 3.0 will do up to 2 minutes long, and 3.5 will go up to 4 minutes. You'll notice most songs, if you look, they're not going to hit the 3-minute mark. Some of these do hit a large time, but most of them are going to be kind of short. You'll have to go edit out some stuff possibly at the end, maybe in the beginning, things like that. So that's for simple mode. Now for custom mode, and you just put in like what you want, the name, like what you want the song to talk about, things like that, and you hit generate. It's going to cost you 100 credits. Or you can do custom mode, where you can see I put in my own lyrics, and I type them up on Word, and then I just copy and paste. And then once you got your lyrics in there, you come down here and you see what I put, the sound I want it to be, and then you hit generate. It costs you 100 credits. This right here, like it's weird, but it's like every 20 hours or 16 hours, it gives you 50 free credits. So you can get on there. You could do it for free. They'll start you with 100 credits, and then you can earn like 100 credits a day, something like that. But for that, just give an example. These I've already published, so we can go ahead and play some of these. That one is work related, so we like to mess with each other. That's a word joke, so I'm not going to touch that one. But let's go ahead and do it. I'm feeling so turned around, and everyone is upside down. Is it a trick, or am I shivering from the sounds? Shaking it so turned around. I'm only okay. I love the sound, right? I go and I get to pick my own sound. because some of these it's going to generate two versions for 100 credits, so two songs for 100 credits. You may like the sound, you may not. All these I've already published on YouTube. I'm going to put a link in the description. All these I wrote my own lyrics. I just let's click on another one, but you can go actually listen to the full versions on Spotify, YouTube. Was that on the Apple Music, and then it's like iMusic, whatever they are. They're everywhere. It's like literally everywhere. Pandora. It's on almost every streaming. iHeartRadio's got it. So let's go ahead and click on this one. Just listen to a different one.
I am not a man of violence by nature, but I'm standing 6 feet down in a hole made for 5. I put bodies in the ground, the villains in my town, bandits on the way, and my family to say, I'm gonna put those wicked souls 6 feet below, piss on their bodies and bury those sins.
Alright, that's 30 seconds. But like I said, all these got full. They're all on there. So I remastered them as well. So they get remastered before I actually. But on this one, I'm working on this. So this is brand new. I'm looking for a sound. So these have generated at different times, and there's two versions of each. This one I haven't listened to. I have no idea how it's gonna sound. So we're gonna listen to a few seconds of it right now.
Tell everyone I'm a monster if it makes you feel resolved. Tell those lies you have been so you can sleep without care. I'm the villain in this life, just a carrier of your rage. I'm a villain of false claims, a liar, you have claimed me.
I'm not a big fan of that one. So this is what happens, right? You can see I've ran this thing multiple times. That one I don't like. This one.
I'm a monster if it makes you feel resolved. Tell those lies you've been so you can sleep without care. I'm the villain in this life, just a carrier of your rage. I'm a villain of false claims, a liar, you have claimed me.
Okay. Now I don't like that either. So we're just kind of checking this out, right? So in theory, if I wanted to keep all the words I've used, my lyrics, I would just generate this again and hope I get something I want. Sometimes it didn't feel right until I ran it 20 or 30 times. Just for an example, this song right here, I crap you not, I ran it at 30 times. We'll just listen to the first 30 seconds or so.
Riddles have left me dazed. At times everything seemed fine, and other times seem to hold me down. This is what is always on my mind. All burned deeply inside my confused mind. Before one finishes, another will begin.
Okay, so it took me a long time to get to that one. I'm happy with the one I got, but just so you understand, you could run this a tremendous amount of time. You may get the sound you want, but then the voice is too robotic. And you're like, oh, this is not quite, it's almost there, but it's not quite, or you'll get it and it repeats verses. That's why you'll notice verse 1, chorus 2, verse 3, chorus 4, because if you name them verse, what will happen is when it gets down to playing this chorus, it'll jump back up and replay the verse. So things like that to try to decrease that from happening. So like here's the first, this is the first one I kind of thought was okay, but I did have different wording.
Label me a monster if it makes you feel resolved. Tell those lies you've been so you can sleep
I like that version, but I did some wording changes. But I do like that version. So here's the other version that I held on to.
Don't believe a monster if it makes you feel resolved. Tell those lies you've been so you can sleep without care. I'm the villain in this lie, just a carrier of your rage. I'm a villain of false claims.
That one I'm not a big fan of, but it's the only one that I had the update from the original lyrics. And then this one right here was after I made more changes to this one than this one.
Tell everyone I'm a monster if it makes you feel resolved. Tell those lies you've been so you can sleep without care. I'm the villain in this lie, just a carrier of your rage. I'm a villain of false claims, a liar you claim me. You justified the wrong that you have unleashed. Living with you was a disease. I am not the villain you claim me to be. I'm the villain in this life.
I kind of like that one. I like that one a lot more than these two. So just so you know, it cost me 100 credits to these two, right? And then neither of these I like. So sure, you could download them, but I'm looking like I don't have any intentions of ever listening to these two. I don't like them. I just don't like the sound of the music. So for me, those are a waste, right? And then I really don't like this one either. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that one. Right now, these two I kind of dig. This one I like more than this one. So I got to keep working on that one to get the sound that I want. But let me see if it'll show you this. This is the YouTube channel. So basically, this is it. I don't own this YouTube channel, so I can't do edits. I basically posted everything on another site, and then it's called like DistroKid. But basically, from that one, it created this YouTube channel, and you can see the music pops up on here. So we can click on here. I named it Unexpected Hero. It's kind of like my actor, or not actor, but okay, we're back. Little boy and daughter came in. So this is like my artist name, Unexpected Hero, and then this is the album. I originally did singles, but then it was. So this is my first album, and like I said, you can actually go on to Apple and Spotify and all that, and actually find this. iTunes and Apple Music. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, guys. I love it because I like writing lyrics. I don't have the money or finances to even consider creating some band just to play my music, right? That's insane. But to be able to write your own stuff and bring it to life, it feels pretty fun, right? It's fun, and it sounds really good. In my opinion, it sounds really good. Now I'm kind of in this questionnaire of how much music I've been listening to on YouTube Music that's been AI generated music, and I don't know, because I like that sound that you've been hearing kind of across these. But I will put the link to this. It's AItubo.ai. So I'll put a link down in the description if you want to check it out. It's pretty fun. I'll also put a link to this channel if you do want to go listen to the music I created and things like that.